Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. I am your host, and I'm coming to you today with a video about men during COVID-19 stimulus situation. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for tuning in. And today, as you can see, I have my mask on with the lips and the shirt to match, you guys. You have to excuse my hair because I'm afraid to go to the hair salon and get my hair done due to COVID-19. I'm being very safe, as you can see. And I have many masks to match many different outfits, so I hope you like this one today. My show is about men that didn't receive their stimulus checks on the last round of stimulus. And I feel that they should receive their stimulus checks this round because of the fact of them paying child support. Now, for those that are not paying child support, that's a different story. But I don't think that the parents, the mother should hold it against the men that are paying child support. I feel that the government should give them the second round of stimulus checks. And first of all, the first time I felt that they should have given them half of the stimulus check. And the reason why, because the mothers were getting the money from the kids in the house, their checks. Also, many of the kids they possibly would have from other fathers' checks or just more checks coming into the house than the father. Now, I'm speaking of for the good fathers that are wanting to be a part of their children's lives, all of their lives, and the mother would not let them. I can count 10 or 15 on my hand that this has happened to. It's not what I'm just saying off the top of my head. It's true, and I know them personally. Also, I know women personally that have told me, oh, I told them their dad was dead. Oh, I told them they didn't have a father, this, that, and the other. And I don't think it's fair to alienate a kid from one or the other parent. It can be both ways, but most oftentimes it's the woman holding the child against the father, and it's not good against God. Because the seed of that man is the reason the baby is here. An older lady told me that. She said, baby, who makes a baby? I said, who? She said, well, it takes two people, but the father is the seed that hit the egg and made it happen. And if it wasn't for that seed, just like if you plant a seed in the ground. And I was like, oh my God, that is true. It woke me up to reality. Also, then I started noticing that everybody knows the kid looks like the father. I know an African girl that married a Caucasian guy. The baby looked like Caucasian, even though she was jet dark, like the black in this shirt, and the baby came out white, just like the father. And if a white woman marry a black man, the kids come out caramel or dark skin. So you can see that that seed did have a very powerful influence on creating that child. So why keep the child away from the father who helped create that baby? The child didn't ask to come here, and it's not fair to the child. To me, that's child abuse, child alienation, and it's just keeping a child from being 100. When I say 100, I mean having both of their parents. They're only getting one half of the parent, which is the mother that's keeping the child away, or the father that's keeping the child away. But as I said, oftentimes it's always the mother, because I'm a woman and I speak to women and I know about it. So it's not something that I'm just saying off the top of my head. Women know how to create games. They know when to get pregnant, the time of the month. They know how to set it up. They know how much money they'll get. They know everything about how to get paid when it comes to having children. I feel that the man is a human that God created on this earth, and that mother, same mother that could be alienating that child, abusing that child from having the other part of her life that wants to be a part of her life, which is her father, wouldn't want anybody to do that to her son when he gets grown. Just like I don't want it to happen to my nephews. I don't want it to happen to my brothers, even though it has happened. So it has to stop somewhere, and people need to stop using kids for money, because the love of a parent is far more than money. When the money is gone and there's no love, then there's nothing. Nothing. So I feel that it's not fair, and that father should get his full stimulus check on the second round because they didn't get it the first time. And these women, especially for the poor fathers, I know father paying over $1,000 a month, have never heard his baby say, hello, daddy. And I know the kids are going to school and saying, and people are asking, where's your daddy? Where's your mama? Where's your daddy? That happens. Why would you want to hurt a child like that? Why would anybody? I couldn't do that, because I know karma is a mother and it has to be paid for when that child grows up. I know a girl right now told me her mother alienated her from her father. And when she turned 18, she went to find him. And the father that was raising her, she thought that was her father all along, even though she didn't look like either one. And she said in the back of her mind, she knew something just wasn't right. And when she went to meet her father, when she found out, she looked just like him. And she knew that's that link that was missing. See, she wasn't 100, even though she had a father raising her in that household. And her mother held that away from her. So that father in the house, he was pretending to be her biological father, and he wasn't. That girl, she despised her mother to this day. And she says, every time I look, I just can't believe she stole away half of my life, my other half, which was my loving father. And she said her dad had other kids that looked like her, and she was able to mingle with her sisters and brothers. But look at all the years, 18 years was stolen from that child. That was child abuse. Anybody do that to a child for the love of money, it's cruel, evil. It is not right to alienate a child that didn't ask to come here from the other parent, unless that father is no good or that mother is no good, a drug head, don't want to be a part of the child, or unless they're dead. But I'm talking about the fathers that want to be a part, and the mother is mad because it didn't work out with them, or the father's mad because it didn't work out with them. That child deserves to have the other half of their life. And if any parent don't do that, that's child abuse. That is child abuse. That parent that's paying child support and want to have a part of that child should have a part of that child. And another thing, when a mother takes on that load and that responsibility because she's saying, oh, I have the full load, I have to send her to school, I have to comb my hair, I have to do this. Well, if you stop alienating a child from the father, then you wouldn't have to do that just because you can't get together and get married and the father's paying child support. Let him have some of the load, because half of it is his anyway, because he planted that seed. If he didn't plant the seed, you wouldn't even have the child to get a check. So I'm speaking on the behalf of all the fathers, and I am a woman. Some women may like it and some may not, but deep down inside, they know that I'm telling the truth because I am a woman and I know how it goes. I have 5 sisters, 5 girls in my family, and I know how it goes, and I'm just telling it like it is. Fathers are human too. The loving fathers I'm speaking of. I'm not talking about the fathers that don't want to be fathers. I'm talking about the fathers that are begging to talk to their kids. I want to hear my baby's voice. A father that feels the pain, because all the pain that a person put on another person for alienating their child from them, which is their seed, all of that pain that you cause, you're causing it to the child too. That's double trouble, and you got to pay for it before you leave this earth. Especially when they're good fathers or good mothers that want to be a part of their children and one of the other parent alienates that child. Payday, I wouldn't want it, because God will let the angels of the devil chase you when you abuse a child and hold them back from the other half that created them. There's no way a mother nor a father could make a baby by themselves. But that father is that seed that penetrated that egg and made it happen. So when the old lady told me that, I started looking around at how kids really look like their fathers. And oftentimes, if you notice, when the mother is angry at the father, the baby comes out looking like him. Okay? And the father pays child support. So this stimulus round, I think that the father should get the full check. And on the other stimulus round, the first one, I felt that they should have gotten half of it. And the reason why I say that these are the fathers that are loving fathers that are paying like $1,000 a month, or paying $700, $800, whatever their income is a month. They've already made arrangements. They're already paying for their children, but yet the mothers have not let them pick up the phone and be a part of their child's life. I know about 10 or 15 I can count on my hands, including family members that have happened to that are males. But the people that are doing it, if they have males, if they just stand back and listen to this video, would you like for someone to do that to your son? I don't think so. It's not a good feeling. And it's something that people have to pay for because they're using another human being that was created by that other person with them and alienating them from their other half and not making them feel whole and 100, and especially kids when they go to school and see other kids that have both. I couldn't do it. I couldn't live with myself, actually. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was 8 of us. And when my mother and father broke up, they made sure we had both of them to feel 100. And that's why I'm bringing this video today, because it is not right for a child not to know her other parent unless that parent's dead or not wanting to be a part of their lives. But just out of anger, just out of greed, for the love of money is the rule of all evil, and you're destroying a child's other half of the life. Because even when that child gets 18 and go and find the father, like it has happened that I know personally with people in many cases, look at all the years that have been lost. Well, those are the years that the person that kept the child away from the other parent out of anger or greed will pay. Nobody escapes doing anything like that horrific to hurt another individual, or actually, in that case, two individuals, the father and the child, whether it's a boy or a girl. If anybody does it, payday is something else, especially when that father is begging to be a part of his child's life. I'm going to end my show, and I wish all of the fathers the best of luck on the second stimulus check. All of the good fathers, all of the fathers that are deserving, all of the fathers that wanted to be a part of their children's life, and all of the fathers that are paying child support every month and their stimulus was still taken from them. Please click like, share, and subscribe, and I'm going to come back with more. And this is just real talk. Talk to you later. Don't forget, stay safe and wear your mask. Before I go, I wanted to say that I have masks in all different colors, all different types, so you might see me with any kind of mask on because I am going to protect myself, and so should you. Goodbye.